Yeah, I like the way you set this up. I've got like reds in there and greens and yellows, but yeah, you're right. It's a symmetrical signal, and it's clean on both sides. It goes straight down. KC2H2V.
KV9
and he's railroad tracks on both sides, so he may be running some type of SDR with pure signal as well. But listen, that signal is perfectly acceptable, and if it's part of our communications, he's look AM 10KC. That's another thing, you know. You're running 3K on the sideband. I have to say, it's really, really hard to get a good, nice sounding rag Q on 3K. It really is. You need at least 3.5 minimum, 3.5. Now you get some fidelity in there. You sound like a human being. 3K, you know, and I'm going to harp on this a little bit because, you know, I keep hearing, and it's usually the nayers that don't have the ability to do more than 3K really cry about it. And you know, there used to be a lot of radios that I had in the past that only did 2.4, 2.2, 2.8, 2.9. Never even did 3K. But you get to 3.5, and I would say that's the bare minimum. 4K is so effective that one extra KC is just so much more effective fidelity-wise. It you know, it makes sense. It really does. And you know, to go beyond that, we do. We have fun. We like to really stretch it out sometimes when the bands are empty, and it is a lot of fun. But it's, you know, it's also, it brushes up on your skills, making an audio profile, a transmit profile that sounds good, more of that high fidelity type of sound. Still well within the transmission of an AM signal. Still well within 10 kc bandwidth. So perfectly acceptable. I mean, you know, I'd be running sideband, the whole idea is to use less band space. But 4 kc, that's where it's at. And nothing wrong with it. Like I said, I look around, I go up and down the band, and there are more guys that are splattering wider than 4KC than there are guys running the 4KC with the pure signal. It just, and then to hear these guys cry about it, well, you know, I don't know what to tell them. I kind of feel bad for them in a way that they don't have a radio or software or whatever it is that can do this. You know, I really feel bad for them that they don't get the experience and they get to enjoy how a radio is supposed to operate. But, you know, someday they will. But hopefully it'll be before it's too late. You know, a lot of times these guys wait until they're, you know, 70 years old, and now they're going to make the change. And, you know, wait. You waited too long. You waited too long. There's too much to learn. You're not going to enjoy it.
VA3KBC. Okay, I've got the stream up and running.
And good afternoon, DJ. Let me shut my trap. Let you guys carry on a little bit. Dave's out there. Rick is out there. And when OAR is out there, I believe George was out there, had a couple questions. And George, when you run 4, you're clean. And that's it. That's all I can say. DJ, good afternoon. And pass it around to these other guys out here. KC2s that you are.
Okay, there's probably maybe 5 to 10 second lag when you bring up YouTube. Now you can either go straight to YouTube and put in my call sign, or go to my QRZ page, and there's a link there to live stream on YouTube. So it's 7.222 audio testing, 4KC, 3KC. So you can play it back afterwards as well if you can't watch it right now. But I'll just let you guys talk, and I will go between. I listen and transmit at 4, and I'll go to 2.9. And I'll go down the range that I have here as well, so you can hear what it sounds like on your end when you're listening through on YouTube. And if there's any questions or anything, just ask there. So VA3KBC, Again, that's my call, Victor Alpha 3 Kilo Bravo Charlie. You can go for my QRZ page or right direct to YouTube and do a search there. And it's the 7.222 audio testing.
The test, W6FCC is testing. Okay, I have about a minute and 30 seconds, and the mic gain is kind of up there, so I don't need to go too loud.
I think we doubled a little bit.
George, are you working 3K right now?
I'm working 4K. Just put it up, and that's on the FTDX 101D and the AL82 amp, doing about 1250.
Yeah, I don't
bring your drive, your modulation gain down a little bit, maybe a good 10% if you can.
Yeah, how's that sounding there? 1, 2, 3, 4 audio.
All right, now transmit so that the DJ can pick you up there and get you on the tube. If you need help getting on there, I'll gladly help.
Yeah, Roger. 10-1 ARO, George, near Bar Harbor, Maine, running about 1250 out of the AL82 and doing an audio test. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, you're definitely 3K.
Yeah, he doesn't look 4K to me.
Yeah, he's 3K, just shy of 3K. It's got to say TTBF, right, on the 101. TTB. There's a power up. You gotta push in. I forgot what 2 buttons and power up to enable it.
Yeah, it does say the TTBF right now, so it should be over 3 wide. Should be.
All right, now check. Well, George, you got to check your EQ, your equalizer. Your high frequency, you got to move that frequency way up now. I think what is as high as it goes in the EQ. You could go to 3200 or more. Go all the way to the edge and leave the Q, the width. The width is the Q. You can leave that on 1, which is the widest. And so this way it covers a lot, and put some gain on EQ3. So you want a Q of 1, and you want to run a gain of like 7 or 8, close to that 7 or 8 on the gain to get some audio in there.
All right, so right now EQ3 frequency is 2500.
No good. No, you got to push it out. Extend that frequency out.
You should be able to get 36 out of it.
Up to 3200.
Yeah, that's the max, 3200. Put the width at 1, right? Width at 1, or you can shut it off 0 and get the full lobe, and push the gain up 7 or 8, positive 7, positive 8 on the gain for that frequency.
That would be the level?
Yeah, the level.
Right now I've got it on just 10.
Okay, well, you see, now you're breaking a little past 3.5. We can see it. You got energy there. Can you guys see that now?
Yep.
Yep.
Well, that was it, George. You didn't bring you had 4, the TTBF, but you didn't EQ it. You were cut off.
No, I see what you're saying. Okay, does that? What about sound-wise?
Yeah, you're clearer. You're cleaner. You got more high frequency getting in there to blend with the low. You sound nice.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Very good. Very good. What was your call sign again, as far as me listening to it?
Yeah, I recorded too. I'm KC2ZUR. My name is Rich. If you would like a recording, go ahead and when I on key, you start talking. Give a long enough transmission, and I'll let you hear it.
Oh, very good. Yep. You just tell me when you're ready.
Oh, I'm ready. I was ready. Go ahead, do it again.
Yeah, roger that. 10-1 ARO, George, near Bar Harbor, Maine, running AL 82 amp, about 1250 in the FTDX 101D, doing an audio test. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, you had more energy when you were testing before, but here we go. I don't know if you saved it. Did you save it? Let's see. Here's a playback, and let's see how wide you are.
Road, George, near Bar Harbor, Maine, running AL 82 amp, about 1250 in the FTDX 101D, doing an audio test. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, you seem to have some. To use a little, so leave the gain, the level, the gain, whatever it's called, leave that at 10, and leave the width at 1 or 0. You can shut it off and get the full bell. You're probably better off just putting it at 0 and leave it as wide as it can be, so it'll cover, it'll roll off, 4K around 2500. It should roll off. So you could put it at, you could put the width at 0 or 1 or the other. They should be the same anyway, but I don't know. And that's it. And that's what you got. 3200, and you're done. Nothing more you can do.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's looking a little wider on my scope as well on this end.
Yeah, you'll be able to. You should see it. You'll see a difference, and that's how you know how wide you're transmitting. It'll show up in your audio scope and your pan adapter, and you'll definitely see it. Also, George, if you're running the roofing filter on receive, make sure you're not on 3K roofing filter. You got to go to the next roofing filter up that will accommodate 4K for your receive.
And the other...
Well, right now. Yep. No, you guys sound great.
And what I would... Okay. Also, with that profile you have right now, say a few things. Mary had a little lamb whose fleece is white as snow. Say something like that. Ramble on. Then set your EQ to the 2.9, and then you'll be able to... And then talk, and then you'll be able to hear the difference between... for the fidelity between those two profiles. And like I said, with the YouTube here, you can watch that later tonight, or you can watch it now and rewind it back and listen to it over and over again.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, sounds good. Mary had a little lamb, his fleece as white as snow. Testing an audio today. AL82 amplifier. This is on 4K.
George, I got a question. Where you running your AMC? You have any idea the level of the AMC? Because you're very clean. Hey, Rick, he's running an L82. Look how clean he is. And that's with a 101. Unheard of, right? Is that the 101 MP, George, or the D?
And this is the 101D, and I'm running it at 100%. And this is the PR40 mic.
Yeah, you can hear the difference.
Very, very clean the way you have that. So, and how much drive are you doing with the power output driving the amp?
I'm doing 70 watts into that amp.
All right, talk again. I saw a little something, but I think it was the band. It's not you. So you're doing good. And what is the max power out of the L82?
Right now, I'm doing just about 1,200 out.
Okay, you're getting a little bit out of the low end. Bring the drive down. Instead of driving it with 70 watts, drive it with 40 watts. Run it about 800 watts. Keep the amp at about 800.
Yeah, this amp, maximum on this amp is 2K.
Oh,
yeah, but it's like he told you. Bring it back down. Right now, I'm running 675 on the same amp that you've got. I'm only driving with 17 watts. Bring it back down. Get it around the 800 range, and it'll clean up the IMDs that you're kicking out.
Yeah, let's see. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's about 750 out.
Talk a little more.
Yeah, Mary had a little lamb. His fleece was white as snow. N1ARO, George on the coast of Maine.
This So you didn't lose any on your S units. You're still up a solid 10 in Eastern New York, and your audio is clean, but you're not filling out. Richie, what's going on with that?
Mobile.
Okay.
He is.
What'd you say, Rick?
Yeah, he's at 750. He's as clean as a whistle as far as audio, but he's not filling the signal out. I mean, it's going across maybe 3/4 of the way for the 4K, and it's washed.
Okay, we were testing and back to 29 per second, so now I'm back up to 4K.
Yeah, and George, you gotta, when you talk in that PR40, I think that's what you said, or just close talk it, to get the high frequency, because you need drive to expand on that high frequency. And the PR40, a lot of times they run audio interfaces, or they run a cloud lifter or something like that to boost the audio, but you're running it right to the radio. So that's why you get the gain up to 10 to amplify the highs. So you might want to close talk it, 2-3 inches away from the mic so it picks up all the sound.
Yeah, Roger. And I put it back on the total bandwidth now, so maybe that sounds a little better to you.
Yeah, easy in the mobile, I think. Yeah, it's better, George. Just close talking because you need the energy to get it. You could see on your pan adapter, when the energy picks up, after 3K, so you'll know what to do. Anyway, IZI, go ahead.
Good afternoon, everybody. Hey, it's man. You're nice and mild, too. But then again, I'm on a Yaesu, which is an 831 or whatever. Got a little Yaesu, and I have the DNI and the noise sprinkle on. So you all sound alike to me.
You picking him up, George?
Yeah, I can hear him down there. Yep, absolutely. You're sounding good, even up here in the coast of Maine.
Holy mackerel, look at that.
Hey, Roger that. Well, at least it's working, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, honestly, you sound really good, man. At least on the 831, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I'm trying.
All right, I'll let you guys get back to it. This is M1IZI in the Mobile, and I'll be on shortly.
He's got one of the best tube amps out there, I know.
I'd like to do a little experiment here, guys. Wow, that signal up above. What I'd like to do, the 4 of you or the 3 of you are all 4KC transmit, and I don't know how we're going to do this quickly, but if you said a few things, and that's not Brian, I forget, is that Chris? I'm not sure who it is. Anyhow, maybe the 3 of you would, one after another say something, then go to 2.9 and with the stream here, and say a few things at the 2.9, and then anybody that's watching, they'll not only see the difference, but they mainly hear the difference, how you lose fidelity from the 4K going down to 2.9.
KA2 Fox Papa. You guys all
all right. All right. So who wants to go first? So, Rick, you could be number 1. I'm not going to make you do it, George. You got the Yaesu. We got the dash panel here. So I guess it'll be me and Rick. Rick, you go first. Rick, you got to go. We'll start on your 3K profile, and then you got to switch to your 4K profile. That's what he wants you to do. So talk for 10 seconds on your 3K, and then switch to your 4K, talk for 3 seconds. And then when you're done, I'll start with the 3K and end with the 4K.
KA2 Fox.
So this is KC2HTV, Rick and Karen, Clayton, New York, ignoring idiots, and I had to get that dig in there, didn't I? And I'm running at 3K right now. This profile Richie made for me last weekend, I haven't had a chance to work with it yet, but there's 3K, and I'll come back at 4, KC2HTV.
All right, and then we're back to 4K profile.
with full forward and downward expansion from a Bolt UA audio product, and it running a 781 Heil mic, 1100 on the AL82 KC2H3 clear on test.
Okay, this is KC2ZUR. We're running a 3K profile right here, and should be pretty close to what Rick had as a profile. Haven't done much work to this one, and we're running, about 400 watts of power, and I'm going to switch over to the 4K profile. So this is the 3K profile right here. And now, and Rick, you didn't have to on key. You could just do it, while you're transmitting. And here is my 4K profile. We switched, and you should be able to hear the difference there. Quite a bit of difference. Same amount of output power, 400 watts, and this is the 4KC. So it does extend it out. It brightens up. It completes the fidelity that is lacking in a 3 and smaller profile. It makes a big difference. It really does. But like I said, you can't please everybody, because there are guys out there that swear by 3. But now you can hear the difference and understand why. But if you look at the way we're doing it, we extend out a KC, but we don't have any expansion past the transmit filter. Everything is razor sharp tight, and that's the advantage of pure signal. So I don't even think I need the pure signal, but let's test that. Let me come over here, and now I just shut the pure signal off. The pure signal has been disabled, and I'm limited. I'm hard coded to the transmit EQ, because my transmit EQ don't go past 4K, 3980, and 20 hertz at the bottom, and that hard coats it right there. So that's without the pure signal, and that's with the pure signal back on. So really didn't make a difference, I guess. KC2ZUR clear.
Okay, let me see if I have it. Okay, this is my 4K transmission, my transmit profile, VA3KBC. I'll go to the 3KC profile. That's the 3KC profile. Art did that with me. We did team view, so that's 3KC. Mary had a little lamb whose fleece was white as snow. Let me go back to 4. I can go up to 6. I can go up to 8, but let me go back to the 4. And there's the 4. I won't bother. I won't bother going with the 6. But Rick, when you just switched over, my God, did it sound wonderful! Holy smokes! Yeah. So there you go, guys. VA3KBC. If anybody else wants anything or wants me to keep streaming, I will. If not, then I'll shut the stream down.
Yeah, I recorded some of it, DJ. Thanks.
Yeah, so this stream will be saved. It's the 7.222 audio testing, so you guys can check it all out later if you want.
Yeah, that's great, DJ. I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so that was at about the 22-minute mark, around the 20-minute mark.
George, you need to get one of these little Hermes. Don't cost a whole lot. You don't have to give deep pockets or anything, but you have a blast with it, and it works really good with an AL82.
No, I can only imagine. But I'm really, really loving this 101D. I don't know. I've done a bunch of messing around with it, and I'm just enjoying it.
Yeah, George,
much to Richie's dismay, I still love my 7851. I wouldn't say that for the world.
Like that. None of us are. We respect what you do. You got to come to terms with it yourself. And the more you listen around, the more you hear, you'll see things that you can't do that others can do. I have the 101D. I have the FTDX 101D, and it's I was using that for about a year before I got my first Hermes Light 2. And when I got the Hermes, it took me about 2 weeks to put it together. I was, I really didn't want to change. I didn't think it would be better. But I knew, so I tried to get the sound with the audio gear on the 101. I couldn't get the same sound. And so that was where I kind of like, all right. And then the Hermes came, and it took about a month. I'm not going to lie to you, because at that time it was very difficult. Nobody knew settings. Nobody, they had certain radios, and it was follow the leader. If one person would guide the whole planet into the setup, because when you get the software and you select the radio, it's not pre-set up. I don't know why they don't do that. I gotta email Richie about that. Have the models pre-selected, so have a pre-selected database. When you choose a model, it'll be configured, and then you just touch it up from there. I gotta email him. I'll see what he wants to do about that, and I'll make a bunch of profiles, or people can hand in their profiles if they want, their databases, and pick the best one, for the baseline, and work from there. But on the third month, George, of using the Hermes, after I started getting the 101 went back in a box. I haven't seen it since. It's almost 3 years. I don't even know where I put it. It's in one of the rooms somewhere. And it's in the box, and it's right next to a brand new FTDX10, which I put back in the box. I never used it. I only tried it. I bought the 10 first. When they delivered it, I took it out of the box, put my hand. It was way too small. I picked up the phone. I ordered the 101. The next day, the 101 came in. And but the Hermes retired all the radios. Everything went back in boxes, and I haven't touched it. It's going on 3 years. So that's what. Now, George, when I do a database, I have a database now. I took a lot. I took all my knowledge and how I configured the software, and I saved it. And it saves it in a database, so you don't have to know anything now. I made it so easy and perfect. You just install the software on the computer. I email you a database, and then you load that in the software. It has a database menu where you can import a database, and you email it, you download it after you get the email, and then you import it into that DDIS software, and then you shut it down. It shuts down automatically, and the next time it starts, you're ready to talk. It's all reconfigured, and the only thing you have to do is touch up what type of audio interface that you're using, and you can tweak the audio profiles, but make no mistake about it, I will have profiles in there that will be preset. That will be it may be perfect for your voice. You might not have to change it. Some people don't, or you may just have to tweak it a little bit. But it puts you right in the ballpark, and you don't have to know a thing. Then the only thing you have to do is just learn how to maneuver around, and then later on you can learn more about the settings. But it's no-brainer at this point. All right, George, N10AR, AOR, something like that. KC2ZUR. All right, I'm going to stand by for a little bit. The insulin I took, this insulin is working very well. I had insulin, it was a little past the expiration date, and it was not having any effect, so I threw it out. I had to throw out 18 Kiwi pens of Humalog, and I got more than 2 years supply. All right, this is KC2ZUR. We'll be listening.
Okay.
Log. What the hell does that do?
I went, Richie. I went through the setup, just through the tabs here, just so guys could see what the Thetis, how easy it is just to go through the setup and all the different tabs, everything that's available on there just quickly. So if anybody wants to look at it, that's the beauty of the Thetis software. Anyhow, I'm going to shut the stream down, and I'll just stand on the side here. Unless somebody wants anything else with the stream, if they want to hear themselves or anything, I'll just say now, VA3KBC. Well, hearing nothing, I'll stop the stream. So streaming will be coming to an end. Victor Alpha 3 Kilo, Bravo Charlie.
His hand was killing him. He couldn't click the mouse. He was in such